Hello YouTube, it's Bookworm Jessica, and I will be doing a book review today of the book The Poison Apples. The Poison Apples. It's red all over. And this book, it was not recommended, it was just on the shelf and I saw it and it looked very appealing because it's red, obviously it sticks out, and I just decided to give it a shot. So I'm very impressed with what I've picked. It's a very good book, and it is 276 pages, a very short read. If you're very into the story, you'll probably finish it in 2 days, maybe 3. Depends how fast you read. So this book is based on, it's sort of like they switch to there's 3 different girls in the book, and they switch back and forth to each of their perspectives, and they're each talking about their lives and what's going on and their perspective. So the first character is Alice Bingley Beckerman, Rena Paraturi, and Molly Miller. That's the first character, the second character, and the third character. There's no order, but I was just naming the 3 girls. They all have evil stepmothers, and it's sort of like Cinderella because one girl, I think Alice doesn't have a mom. Her mom died, and then her dad got a new stepmother. And Molly's mom, when her parents got divorced, her mom sort of went crazy and is like staying in the men's psycho hospital, this mental hospital. And Rena, her mom and dad just separated, and her mom's just really depressed. But I feel bad for them because they say here, okay, we all know the stories of Cinderella, Snow White, and Rapunzel. But have you ever heard of Alice Bingley Beckerman, Rena Paraturi, or Molly Miller? Of course you haven't, not yet. What these girls have in common with their fairy tale sisters is this: they are stepdaughters of 3 very evil stepmothers, and they're not happy about it. They think they are alone in their unhappiness until they arrive at Putnam Mount Mackenzie, a posh boarding school located in lovely rural Massachusetts. Here's where they will plot their revenge. But first they have to meet. At the beginning, they're not friends. Molly and Alice become friends, but Rena doesn't become friends with them till later because everybody thinks that Rena's too good for them, and they're all thinking the same thing. Rena thinks that Alice thinks that she's too good for me, and Alice is thinking, oh, Rena thinks she's too good for me. So nobody's talking to each other because they all think they're too good for each other, which is stupid because they all need a friend, obviously. And they're all feeling really shitty. So they try to plot their revenge and try to get back at their stepmothers and claim their lives back. But of course, it doesn't work out. I'm sorry to tell you, it just doesn't. And at the end of the book, they just decide, and then there's also Kristen. She's best friends with Rena in the beginning, but towards the end they don't really like her, the 3 friends, and they just decide, that she's not a nice person. But they also form a group called the Poison Apples. That is their group, and they will describe why they called it the Poison Apples. I'm not going to get into that, but they call themselves the Poison Apples, and that is their group where they go on top of the roof at nighttime of their dorm in their boarding school, and they plot their revenge for getting back at their stepmothers. So, and of course, you'll find out later that they're considering adding Kristen to the Poison Apples because she has an evil step-family member. So, you'll find out who that is and find out why if you read this book. I'm not going to get into too many details because then that'll just spoil the book for you guys. But honestly, you should read it. I think it's a 5-star book, and I really honestly don't know why it's not recommended, but in my opinion, it is. It's a great summer read. It's really like a story of, I don't know, it'll just make your heart go out to them. You'll really feel like these people, I feel so bad for them. But at the same time, they also find cute boys, and they flirt, and Alice gets a boyfriend, they get their first kiss, they go to the dance. It's like a regular teenage book, except with a mild twist, because they have evil stepmothers and stuff. So, you guys should totally read it. I totally recommend it, so there you go.